Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for watching the video blog here from myself and Hit Run Candlesticks. Today's date is Wednesday, November 11, 2020, and this is Rick. Again, good morning and welcome here. Let's go start with the SPY here. I see pre-market. It's 6:45 Central Time. I'm just now starting the video. So it's 7:45 Eastern, of course. Market's not open yet. A lot of things can happen. So let's take a look at the SPY real quick. 2 days ago, we gapped up, big run to the downside. And yesterday, we ended up with a little doji here. Looks like we're opening up a little bit higher. If you look at the chart overall, you can see that we've got bullish chart W pattern forming. And we are holding, well, we're holding there above that W. So we could see some basing out here. We could see some construction. That's construction, not destruction. Well, we could see destruction too. But right now, with the market opening up a little bit higher, I would say that construction is in place. And we could see a little bit of consolidation, maybe move a little bit to the right, I would say, just because we're right here at the edge of this big down day. So, you know, if we have a bullish day, we might see a little rest, maybe bullish day rest, something like that. But right now, I'd have to put this line right in here, and anything above 350-250, anything above that, I would say the bulls still own the corner. Anything below that, I would say the sellers are trying to take over. And if we started to fall below, about 342, I would say the sellers are taking over. But right now, we're going to have to give it to the bulls until the bulls give up. Okay, let's see. What was I going to do here? Real quick, I want to shout out to somebody. His name's Paul, and I have to share this with everybody. Just take a quick second. Paul is somebody that works at a job from 9 to 5, and he's been a member for, I think, 2.5 years now. I've been a subscriber to Hit Run Candlesticks, and he called me last night, and well, he sent me an email and said, "Hey, can we please get on the phone and chat?" I said, "Sure, okay." So we called him. I ended up calling his number, and we talked on the phone a little bit. And we really love to hear this stuff. Like I say, he's been a member now for 2.5 years. And what he's been doing is just following his, learning what he can, coming to the webinars, things like that. And he told us that since we started putting out the trade ideas on that new app, that he is doing much, much better. He's able to see how trades are put together in real time, and he has taken some of those trades. He said, "I'm not taking all of them," but he has taken some. He's put them in his box, made them his, and that was very exciting for us to hear. And I got to tell you, Paul, thank you so much. Thanks for letting me share it here. I did ask him if I could, and so it is cool. The whole the app there. So I just want to say, if you're a subscriber, trial, or a member, please download the app. Just simply go to your smartphone's app store, search for Pro Trading Room, load it on your smartphone, and then you do have to log into the room one time to get the PIN code and passcode. There's 2 codes there required. But then you don't have to be in the room. You can go about your business, go back to your day job, go fishing, doctoring, lorrying, camping, whatever you want to do, golf. Okay, so let's get going here. Let's continue here. What I'd like to do real quick here is I'm going to go through the stocks that we sold yesterday really fast. Then we're going to go through about 8 stocks that we're looking to trade here. And I've had a couple of questions about the stochastics I have down below. I want to answer that stochastics, and I'm going to answer a question about stops. So toward the end of the video, I'll do that. So really quick, yesterday we bought BBBY short. I bought a put on it. I did send it out on the app. I'm only going to do this one. I'm not going to do the others that I'm talking about, just in lieu of time. This is what you would have gotten on the app right there. Right there. Bought BABA January puts, 24 strike, cost $6.28, stop $20.10. Right there is exactly what you would have gotten on your phone if you were at the golf course, or even if you were taking a bath. You would get that right there. Okay, the next one we did is we closed our SQQ. We bought it down here. This is Tuesday, so Wednesday. We bought it down here Monday, and we closed the SQQ for a nice 35% pop on it. Very happy with that. Very nice trade. Let's see. We bought some VXX, which is not going to be working out so well this morning. We did buy some VXX. Candle did look better than that when we bought it. But you can see we're down a little bit. I'll definitely have to make that decision on that today. What else did we do? We bought some CGC. I bought a little bit of CGC. This is also one of the trade ideas today, so I suppose we ought to go ahead and just talk about that as well. So I bought some CGC with the idea that if it went a little lower, I could add more. I didn't buy a full lot of it, so I could add more. And if it did start to go up, then I was already in it, and of course I could add to it then. Now, CGC, what I'm going to do is put the buy box right in here. We're kind of high. We're going to use this candle over here, the 11.5 candle, as our bottom. This would be the buy box in here, and we're going to put our stop up. We'll put our stop right in there. So if we're looking for, say if you get that buy at 23.45, you're looking at 7.7% risk here. It's very risky. You've got to decide where you want to buy it. Ideally, you want to buy it a little bit lower. So if you can, if it moves down lower, that is really what you're after. If it opens up higher and it's bought, then we would have to raise our stop up a little bit. So right now this morning, let's just do this. How about this? If I end up buying more, this is what I'll do. If I end up buying more and it's down here, then I will utilize a stop a little bit lower, say in the 23.50 neighborhood. If I end up buying it up higher, then I will use a stop somewhere around the 22.80 mark as my protective stop there. So on CGC, and we did buy some of that yesterday. Another one that we bought yesterday was Momo. Bought a little Momo here, and right now we're putting in a nice little wedge pattern right here. Also, what I like about the chart is here we've come up, and you can see now we're moving down. So I'm looking for the next move to be up or sideways, certainly not down. And if it's down, I'll take the stop out. Hey, that's part of trading, is trades don't work out. It happens all the time. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that right there. What else did we do yesterday? I believe that's it. Okay, so now let's take a look at some trades for today. Here's one I'm looking at. Let me get rid of all that. There we go. Cure. Cure is a rounded bottom breakout here. You can see we're below the 50 period moving average. We've rallied up. We've pulled back. It looks like we're trending here now. And we're going to put the line up here at the 200 period because that's always the directional target we're looking for. Now, I want to look at this, but I also want to look at above the 50. See that gap we have in here? Gap over here. So what may be trying to happen here is, yeah, get up into that 200 period moving average area. And then probably some consolidation. Consolidation could be up here. Consolidation could even be down a little bit. But then I'm looking for it to continue up to 60 bucks, up a little bit. So keeping an eye on QURE. Really kind of what I would like to happen here is have this thing move sideways a little bit closer to our trend line. And I'm actually going to move that trend line closer, utilizing the bodies rather than the tails. So I'd like to see it move a little bit, and because we're at the dotted deuce here, that could create some consolidation, and that could push us that way, and that might be a better buy over here. But we'll keep our eye on it. We'll put it on the scanner. If the scanner tells us the buyers are coming in, well, we just might go ahead and buy it. For a stop, what I'm going to want is why do I like the chart? I'm looking at the price action right there. Boom, 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 boom. It's going to have to be in this area right in here. So let's turn this into a buy box right here, like that. So that's 6%. That's a lot. Looks like we're opening up. I'm going to have to do a little adjustments here. So I'm going to actually move this higher and then push this up where we've got support here, right in through there. There we go. And I'm actually going to go higher than that. All right. Normally I have all this done. This is what I do. Sorry, should have had it done here. So looks like we're opening up above that 200 period or dotted deuce right here. That's a dotted deuce. Let's see what it does. Bounce it around a little bit. We're going to use 64.80 as a stop. The next one I have is POOD. We've been in a very nice trend. A little pullback here. The bulls came back. You've got some great consolidation here. We've had a breakout. That's going to be the most important thing. And I'm going to put it right there, a little bit below those actual highs. And then let's put the buy box. Whoa, is that thing really gapping up? No. Okay, so looks like we're going to be opening up maybe, yeah, about the middle, somewhere in that buy box area. So we'll look at 251.85 for a stop. If you get a buy at 259, you're looking at 3.25% stop. Plenty room for it to move higher. BHVN. This is without a doubt one of my favorite charts to look at, and it just pours out of it. You know, where you have a big rally up and you have a pullback and then you have a buy signal. I like that. That's excellent. So let's do this. We like inside days, and we also like the slight breakouts. So let's just, there you go for the buy box. Where would we not like this chart? Just about the same spot we would like it. For instance, it's got this sideways consolidation. It broke out. Well, that's why we like the chart. So where would we not like it? If it broke back down below the breakout. So below 79.85 is where I'd put that stop in there. We'll look for a buy inside the buy box. And of course, the higher you buy it, we want to raise that stop just a bit. We don't want to be buying, say, up here and have 11% stop. So that's the initial stop based on the chart. It is pre-market. We do not know where price is at the moment or where it's going to open up at. So depending where it opens, depending on where we buy it, inside this box is what I'm looking for, and we may have to adjust that stop just a tad. WRK here. Oh, and remember, toward the end of the video, we're going to talk about that stochastics I had down here and what I was doing with it. So WRK, nice bottom. We've rallied up. We've pulled back. That's looking pretty good here. I'm going to get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Nice up. And this is a great inside day. You see how today's candle is inside yesterday's candle, the high and the low. See how we're in there? I love that. So here we are. We break out yesterday, and then, I'm sorry, we break out 2 days ago, and then yesterday, you see how we have that inside day? That's a sign of rest. We want rest. That gets us, helps us get into the trade. So I think that's excellent. So we're going to move the buy box up over like this, and that's just about where we're opening it. Let's go ahead and put it just slightly above. So we'll look for an entry in this area here. Where would I not like it? Well, I'm going to go right into yesterday's low. Right into yesterday's low because it's opening up higher. So let's just, if we buy it up here, the last thing we want to do is move down below yesterday's low. And that'll be the initial stop. If the stock starts to move up, then we'll raise that stock. I want to peek at the weekly chart real quick. Weekly chart, here is one line we have for a possible place to take some profits around that 39.90, 43.90, excuse me, 43.90, 43.95 right here. We've also got the 200 period moving average on the weekly chart at 46.30. So let's just stick with that right there. So with a buy inside the box, you're looking at 4.9%, 11%. Could definitely go higher. We'll just have to monitor the chart and watch it. CGC, I believe we already talked about this one, and this one I am already in, bought some yesterday. Let's take a look at PZZA, Papa John's Pizza. Now, yesterday we had a conversation in the trading room. Somebody said, man, Papa John's Pizza is terrific. They love it. Somebody said that, hey, we ought to look at that chart. So you know what I did? I went out last night and I bought Papa John's Pizza for dinner. Good pizza. But I think what everybody should do when you buy the pizzas, you should also come home with a box of those cinnamon rolls they have, because you'll end up eating those first before you eat the pizza. But it was great pizza. Absolutely loved it. So let's keep an eye on Papa John's Pizza here. Low to a high to a higher low. We're right here on the 200 period moving average. We've got the 50 period moving average up here. Obviously, you're not going to make a lot of money till it breaks out over 83.50, 83.60 here. But we are set up for a possible buy in this area. So what I'm going to look for, a reason to buy that here. I'm also going to look for a reason to buy it up here. So we're going to watch that price action. As I look at this chart, I see tons of places that we can go to make money. That might be one area there. And I'm just looking to where we have touches. And we're going to put one line right up here at this high. I'm actually going to move that higher. And right in between those two candles. And of course, you have the top up here. Let's drop it down just a tiny bit. So PZZA earnings in February. That looks like that might be a good edible. Good edible pizza. That might be a good stock to trade right there. COOP, C-O-O-P. It's been trending up. Had a pullback to the 50 period moving average. Buyers bought the dip. They've brought it back up. Looked kind of awful for 2 days here. Now we've got a bullish Hiromi in here. This is a simple thing to trade. Come in there and we start moving over yesterday's high over 24.75, 24.80 maybe. Then I'm looking for a buy. I do not need to necessarily wait till we get over this high here. Although if other traders want to do that, that's perfectly fine. That would actually be the safer trade right there. So, well, let's keep an eye on that. That actually is looking very nice. And the last one I have, and then we're going to talk about that Stochastics, is HOG, H-O-G. HOG gapped up. A little bit of a rest here. Some profit taking came in. Ugly little day before yesterday. Then yesterday gave us a bullish Hiromi. Here we're going to go to that same old thing. We start moving above that bullish Hiromi over $36. Well, that just might be a great trade reaching up much, much higher. Let's just If it's bought inside, well, here, we better do this. If it's bought inside this area here, then we'll use this line right here as a stop. Because if it got below this, that would tell us that this chart pattern is not working. And that's what this is. It's a chart pattern. Here we come up, we consolidate, a little bit of a rounded bottom. We try to move up. It's a J-hook continuation pattern. And if it comes back below that, well, that wouldn't be very good. This is also a bullish cradle pattern as well. You've got the footboard here. It's kind of a, not exactly a flat bed in there. And then here's the headboard, and now we're trying to come up. We're trying to put a good backing on that headboard. Okay, that's trade ideas. All right, let's talk about that stochastics that I had up there. Let me find it. I guess that was it. Okay. And let me move this down. Let's clean this up right here a little bit. And let's move this up. Okay. Well, try it again. Bear with me. Why is this not working? Okay, so let's talk about this stochastics here. I don't typically use stochastics. I used to use stochastics, but overall, I really don't use stochastics. I have learned that simply following the chart is the best thing to do. I just, everything, all indicators, and I'll say absolutely all, unless somebody can share something new with me, but all indicators are followers, and there's not a one that's a leader, not a one. Again, if somebody can prove to me there is one, well, I'll eat my hat, all right? So, so when I'm using stochastics, or if I ever look at stochastics, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for charts that are trending. They have to be trending. And I want to see the stochastics in oversold or moving up like this. That's what I'm looking for. Oversold or moving up. More than likely, you're going to see them moving up. Now I've got the 1235. If I was going to use the stochastics, that's what I would use. And more than anything, I'm following this blue line. I'm following the 5. So what I'm looking at is how the K, this line here, is acting with the percent line down here, the 5 line. How's that acting? And I want it trending. Now, a lot of people look at stocks and they look at, well, it's oversold, it's a buy, it's overbought, it's a sell. And that's okay, but not exact, all right? Look, if it's overbought, you've got to have price action to prove it to you. You've got to have price action. That's the key. You've got to see price action working. Otherwise, this isn't going anywhere. You know, if you're oversold and if this stock was to just stay flat, well, you're going to stay flat. It's not going to go up. It goes up because price is moving up. So as it starts moving up, when we get into that trend, the trend for me takes over at that point. So what do we do when we're oversold? Let me let you in on a little secret. Out of all the trades I trade, I'll bet you that I make more money on trades where the stochastics is overbought. I think I said oversold here. I meant overbought. I make more money when we're overbought. I make more money in an overbought scenario than I do coming out of an oversold scenario. I used to be afraid of this. I'm no longer afraid of it. It no longer bothers me. So for me, if I was to use stochastics, I would only use this part of it and then, you know, like this, showing me that it's moving up. After that, I wouldn't give two hoots about it. Because from there, it's all going to be the price. If we start moving up, great. If we start breaking down, I don't need stochastics to tell me that. I'm following price action and the trend right now. That's what I want to follow. That's what makes you money. It's not the stochastics. This is my opinion, okay? Just my humble opinion. So anyway, if I was using it, I'm going to be looking for oversold and moving up. Once we get up here, I really don't care about it. One of the questions was also how Well, how can you set that up in your charts? You know, there's every program I know has some way to write some code to set it up. Live Trading Alerts has the same thing. So you can set up a code where you say, I want charts that are trending, yada yada, in some way. You want price action, yada yada, in some way, and maybe you want stochastics coming out of oversold, rising. Okay, you can do that, and you can do that and never ever look at stochastics. Never look at it. You don't need to see it. And that was a killer for me because I would always see it, and then what would happen is that would freak me out. That would start to freak me out because we're breaking down, and that would have been here. And look at that hog. Look at the miss on the hog. So it really is about the trend and price action. This will help with entries. I do like that. It is one of those little things that you could have on the side where it's in your scans maybe. Put it in your live trading alerts. But after that, you don't really need to see it. You just dump it like that in your screens, and you only see maybe what you want to see, or nothing. Take them all off. All right, that's it. All right, I want to thank everybody again. If you're interested in the real-time alerts, just simply search your smart app. Pro Trading Room is the name. Download it. Then you'll have to come in the trading room to get your PIN code. If you have any questions, please let us know. We're more than happy to help you. We're finding that people are just ecstatic about it. And thank you for that. Thanks for all your input. Thanks again. Everybody take care. We'll see you in the trading room.